don't see any Achilles heel. Fair. Our left side, which is your advantage because your right side is very strong.
Yeah.
With the like of Saka, Odegaard, and if Ben White was fit. Our left side is the weaker side. But on our right-hand side, when you have Ahmad and Mazraoui, I mean, I close my eyes, I open my eyes, I'm seeing Messi and Dani Alves. Am I wrong?
Too much FIFA. Too much
Seriously,
FIFA.
Ahmad, the Wakandan Messi is here to cook.
But
this boy will flourish. Welcome back to another episode of the Wildcard. Kobe Maino's big bro, Brian Waudo in the building.
Venant, aka the best manager in town.
And Nicolette, Dame Manchester. That's the new
See
name
what
I was
hairlines
given.
10?
That's the new name I was given, apparently. Dame Manchester.
All right, fair enough. Remember, this episode has been brought to you courtesy of Sport Pesa. Now, before we get into the gist of the episode, of course, kama kawaida, there is the question of the week feature. And this week, we ask you one simple question. The last time Man United won at the Emirates, which player was busy dancing in that corner flag? You remember when you celebrated that 3-1 win? I want you guys to type up in the YouTube comments which player danced at that fake carpet of theirs. You guys know who it was?
Don't say it's fake. Don't say it's fake. It's one of the best pitches in the league.
Anyway, fair enough. Type it up in the comments. So first up, of course, we have to digest what happened on Sunday evening. Liverpool versus Manchester City.
Yes.
I mean, we've waxed lyrical about Liverpool. I talked about how the fact that they are the only team who could get to 90 points this season. And yeah, fair enough. Tushasahau. The focus is now on Man City. Iyo Etihad Airways tuigeuze irudi kwa Thomas Cook.
It's giving 90s. It's giving early 2000s.
Me vile naona Brayo, I think now it's a turn for the better.
Yeah.
Of course, Liverpool is the best team in the league right now.
Yes.
And it's the team to beat. Granted, Liverpool, since Slot took the job, amekuwa na 20 games, and that's 18 out of 20.
Yeah.
Is resulted in a win. So it was a big deal for him to beat Pep, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you guys you feel about Liverpool.
No, they're the champions elect.
I think, to be honest,
Yeah.
I think Klopp left a well-rounded team for Slot. Let's be honest. He has a good team even on the bench in case of injuries and everything. I think Liverpool are solid as a team. For Manchester City, I think they've been found out. I think it's about time. Pep's tactics have been found out. You play KDB, make sure Haaland receives, blah, blah, blah. Foden is the wild card. I think his tactics have just been found out. It's just that simple.
Do you think he's gone mad to the extent of fighting with his players? Because in midweek, when they draw against Feyenoord, he comes out with scratches on his face.
But
Then in the Liverpool game, Ederson doesn't start.
You know, even
Sure.
Anderson not starting, to be honest. I think
in such a big game,
I think
your number one goalkeeper.
He sort of shot himself in the foot with that.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. But I think, you know, the problem also with Pep, we noticed he has this problem of when he gets one new player, he all of a sudden just showers this one new player with love and picks him over everyone. Sometimes you need to change things. And I think his over-reliance, first of all, on Haaland, just because last season he delivered everything.
Yeah.
At least this season be a bit more, surprise people a bit more, mix it up a bit more. I think he became very easy to read for any manager who was facing him currently. It's just that. He's been found out.
I think Ortega played well for a goalkeeper. Yeah, he played well for a goalkeeper. Ruben Diaz, for me, played well for the defense, Nunes and Ake. The thing is, this is the same team that has been playing time and time again. And also, too, this is the same team that has won 4 in a row, has won everything. So the motivation is not there.
Is it really a question of motivation or fatigue? Because, not to be nostalgic or anything, but when United did the treble, came back in 2000 and won the league, 2001 won the league, 2002, you see? So up until 2003, they were winning the league. But then there was that gap in that period. 04, you guys did the Invincibles. 05, 06, Mourinho came about. It had to take us till 07 to get back to win the league. I think that's their phase right now. They're in that fatigue phase. It's not even a matter of guys lacking motivation anymore. It really isn't.
And also have to give Pep credit where it's due, guys.
How?
6 titles, msee.
Sasa mbona alikuwa na point Liverpool?
See, because you guys you are talking about him being sacked in the following morning.
To be honest, if this was United, like a big team like United,
that's true.
He would have already been fired by now. Let's just be realistic.
That's sackable form.
Yeah, that's sackable form.
Yeah, but
especially after a run of what he's had so far at City in the past 3 seasons at least, it's a sackable offense. Let's just be honest. But City, of course, wouldn't do that because they still feel like, okay, maybe it's just a tough bump in the road. But I don't think it is. I think Guardiola has been found out.
He's been rattled.
Yes, and as much as we can say United, we had that, I don't think we had a fatigue because remember Ferguson was constantly looking for new players, constantly breeding new players.
Yes.
Ferguson was building players from scratch. That's something
because
Guardiola cannot do.
Nistelrooy wanted to leave.
That's
Beckham
something Nani can't do. Guardiola can't do. He needs a ready-made player. Remove it from the wrapper, it plays. That's the over-reliance he has. That's what I'm telling you, he has over-reliance on certain players. And when he gets a new shiny toy, he forgets that he needs to craft something else. That's why he's getting hurt with Rodri's injury.
Foden hasn't been good.
Yeah, Foden hasn't been good. That's the reason why he's been affected by KDB not being there. You've not thought of people who can play these roles.
Yeah.
But when I look at these upcoming fixtures, guys, do you think this losing form continues?
I think so, because for him to turn to the Anfield crowd and point that he's won 6, that's him being rattled. To me, he reminds me of Mourinho. When Spurs beat us 3-0, then he goes to the press conference and says, 3? It means 3 titles, and I've won more than all other managers combined. For him to start showing us that he's won 6, he's definitely been rattled. So I don't think this form changes anytime in the near fixtures. I don't think.
I think it does.
Their next 3.
Okay.
Same as their next 3.
This weekend, Crystal Palace away. And then, of course, it's Man United home. We know the history of the fixture.
Derby hata tukiwa chini aje au tunaweza wakanyaga.
At Etihad.
Yeah, bro. Ole used to go there and win for fun.
Yeah.
Tuwekele thawa hapo.
Bana. Kenya wana na haribu nchi. Saizi na.
Anyway, and then there's Aston Villa away. That one kidogo, maybe, because Unai is Unai. You can do something over there. Everton home. Everton.
That's winnable. That's winnable
so
for them.
We say out of all these that you've mentioned, it's only Everton that they're winning.
No.
Yeah, because I don't see them beating Palace at home. Palace that held Newcastle. An on-form Newcastle will struggle with an off-form City.
I think they can. Every team at some point goes through a dip in form.
We've seen a whole month without a win. For months for the current champions.
You guys have gone a whole month with only 1 goal, which was a penalty.
Lini?
That was some time.
But hatukupigwa hizo zote. Kulikuwa na some draws in there.
Ni sawa.
And we also fired the managers after such things, we tend to fire the managers.
Also, you look at the games. It was Spurs. Sawa. And then,
Sawa. Spurs will let it go. It's their bogey team. The rest.
Now, this is an informed Liverpool team, which has the best defense. Considered.
They have a poor record at Anfield. Let it go.
Next.
Feyenoord, now I blame it on the defense. Now this one I put it on the players themselves, because you do not fumble a 3-goal lead in halftime. That one, it's upon the players. That's what I'm telling you. These players, they've become lethargic. They've won enough. There's that hakuna motivation, and if you said fatigue has kicked in.
I think it's fatigue. They played too many games, man.
But so are the other players in the other teams. You see, that's where now.
But then again, also,
Palace haven't gotten to the Champions League final and the FA Cup final.
But then also, if you say that it's lack of motivation, then you need to get rid of every player in that team if they're lacking motivation to maintain those standards.
That's why in January.
Sasa umesema wapigwe December yote. Wangoje tu January. Wapigwe December yote.
No, first they're getting points against Manchester United. And even this Crystal Palace is debatable, because all they have to do is just outscore. They have to outscore.
Will be back for that.
Let me tell you, I can't wait for Lisandro Martinez to get his revenge and pocket Haaland.
Boom.
We see the David versus Goliath situation.
Okay.
Sasa ni kumoto. Literally, hiyo Etihad Airways iko Thomas Cook, Etihad Stadium, walikuwa wanachezea main road, warudi huko. Everything is, nataka hiyo nostalgic feeling. Hata wanaweza rudishwa championship na hizo.
So you guys feel right now, if you go to Etihad, you're getting the 3 points.
Yeah.
Bro, sahi hata Ipswich, it is so unfortunate Ipswich played them in game week 2. They should have played them today. anyone can get 3 points against City right now. Anyone. Wow. Anyone. Ata Ten Hag arudi. Ten Hag should come back for the derby game and he'll still get 3 points against City. Wako chini sahi.
As much as you guys mnonge hivi, City are still above you guys.
Aye?
Yeah, let me tell you something.
Despite they're losing form, they're still above you guys.
Venant, let me explain something to you. So you know the way the Premier League works, eh?
Yeah.
Every game that you play and you win, you accumulate points.
Yes.
Then every time you lose, those points reduce.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you still have like a long way to go.
Yes.
So like there's a lot to be said in the next few months if City maintain this. Who is going to be above who?
So by January, United will be above City.
Hivi vile wanagawa. Hey, wape kila sure bet tuko juu yao.
Oh wow. Hey, Maze, I like this energy that you guys have because for me the way I see it is we've already seen that dip in form.
Yeah.
And City wakiamwa we are scoring and we are winning, they can go on a 2-month or a 3-month winning run.
You know the problem is that's also another problem. People are still thinking that way. That this is just something that it's just a rough patch. When City decide to win, there's no when City decides to win. Like I explained, it's a point mechanism. So by the time they decide to win, other teams have been winning. So hamna kitu jamani.
What I get to also understand even from other guys from even other groups is as far as City is winning this the title this season, that one is done.
Liverpool confirmed that on Sunday evening. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey, in fact, where hata ndo inafaa ufurahi bana. These guys have been a pain in your ass for 2 seasons.
They haven't beaten us for quite some time, so me I'm okay.
Venant, do you know Brighton has a higher chance of winning than City does right now?
Because they're the same in points right now. Yeah. Okay.
Me, in my mind, wacha City waendelee kugawa because our wakiendelea kugawa pia SportPesa have you covered because SportPesa have 2 things on board for you. Of course, there is the mega jackpot right now sitting at over 392 million Kenyan shillings. Pay bill number is 955-100. Your own phone number is the account number to use and all you need is 99 bob to be the latest millionaire on town. Buda, iki tunaona ikifika hata for so.
Me, your 400 nikipata, I'm investing in stadiums because Kenya right now we need stadiums, good quality stadiums that we can host big games like Mashemeji Derby.
Hiyo kitu imekumba
I'm saying that match is literally worth millions.
Okay, fair enough. And of course, the other side of social media is you've seen their Instagram page, you've seen their Twitter page. Well, they do also have the Facebook page for you. All the posts, all the predictions that Venant usually has, all the FPL tactics. Hata wakiendanga hizo vitu za tujiamini. You can catch them on the new SportPesa Facebook page.
Yes.
On to matters that are important now. Later on tonight, as the episode has been released, of course, Kobe Maino is coming to dance at the Emirates. Wouldn't you agree?
Kwa shower, yes. In the pitch, no. That one is TBT, lingered. You saw what happened when he alianza kudance.
Yes.
We no longer remember him.
Okay. So, Nicolette, what are your thoughts? Personally, from my end, there's no pressure on us. Amorim just go tell the guys, you have fun.
You have fun.
Arsenal have to win to keep that 9-point gap on Liverpool. They have to. They must.
It's a must win.
Sisi tuko tu sawa. We are still 3 games cruising into phase 1 of Amorim.
Yeah. The only problem is Lisandro and Maino, if I'm not mistaken, might be suspended.
They will miss. Yeah, both of them will miss the class.
Will miss this game.
Yeah.
So, Ugarte?
Ugarte anataka kuwa Rice. Kwanza Ugarte, you see the job that Mourinho told Herrera to do on Hazard when we played Chelsea.
Yes.
Ugarte akae tu na Odegaard hadi minute 9.
Yeah.
Akae tu na yeye hapo. Because literally right now, I don't see any Achilles. It's fair. Our left side, which is your advantage because your right side is very strong.
Yeah.
With the like of Saka, Odegaard, and if Ben White was fit. Our left side is the weaker side. But on our right-hand side, when you have Ahmad and Mazraoui, I mean, I close my eyes, I open my eyes, I'm seeing Messi and Dani Alves. Am I wrong?
Too much FIFA.
Ahmad, the Wakandan Messi is here to cook.
But
this boy will flourish.
The way that boy just moves players,
I'm already Venant.
Mashallah.
Here's some stats for Amad Diallo for those people who are wondering why we are giving him so much glory. Versus Everton, 12 duels won, 6 touches in the opponent's box, 100% take-ons completed. Now this is where I salute him.
Bukayo Saka would never. Continue.
2 shots, 2 assists, and he just loves his new role as a wing back.
And I like that you finished that. 2 shots, 2 assists. Jay-Z is back in the goals.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Sahi tunacook vibaya
But who would
sana.
you start though? Who would you start?
Would I start?
Like Jay-Z or Hoyland?
Hey, I'm tempted.
Zaxi.
You know what? I'll go Jay-Z. Just because I think Saliba and Gabriel, if they kept Haaland and Gyökeres quiet, they'll also keep Hoyland quiet. So Jay-Z,
Now,
can come into the pocket.
For me, the only difference is I feel like Hoyland is more physical and he's better against Akina. Now the
Salibas.
The Salibas and what, because he's more physical.
Yeah.
Although Jay-Z is, I feel like physicality, he should be stronger, but I feel like Hoyland is more physical, so I would go for Hoyland just because of the physicality.
As Gabriel and Saliba just laughing at you guys just talking like this, because this game ends with a clean sheet to Arsenal.
Where do you plan to stop us? Because you can't beat us. From which side of your team do you plan to stop our lethal attack?
A better question is, when was the last time you guys beat Arsenal?
You wamesha type question of the week.
We have beaten Arsenal, we just haven't beaten them at the Emirates yet.
Yeah.
When?
See, Anthony dunked on you in his first game.
Yeah,
Bro, with a very sexy goal,
Yeah.
bro. A very sexy one.
Yes.
You know, when your manager is saying things like you can't just focus on the result, you have to focus on the way the result appears, and we have a long way to go. As you're already there.
So you see,
guys have a long way to go.
Where are you? Where you are. Where are you?
Okay, wait.
Ahead of you guys.
Mmefika
Again,
mko
this
wapi?
is a point system. So ahead of us right now doesn't guarantee you being ahead of us at the end of the season. Secondly, there's this thing Portuguese managers do. It's called mind games.
Okay, Mourinho now.
I'm not so impressed. Even though he does this thing of not celebrating the first goals that score in the first 3 minutes of when the game starts, and it's just like, let me not celebrate now because
He's just a chill guy.
Yeah, he's just a chill guy
Chill
with my Moncler jacket and my perfect hair.
Or it could be just anxiety is just burning him. Just
There's no
hiding in that
anxiety
jacket.
there.
Kama atambui pressure bana.
First loss is versus Arsenal.
Aje.
Put that on record.
Aje. Sindo nimekuuliza,
You
where
guys
do you
are-
plan to stop us from?
Yeah.
Who in your team can stop our attack right now?
We have a better defense than you guys. We have a better
You can
defense
have
than
a
you guys.
okay.
bro.
Wait. Though you can have a better defense, which is fine.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you call this? Do you remember what's his name? This dude, this manager who used to like squatting, the one who used to be
Marcelo Bielsa.
Do you remember his leads?
Yes.
They would goals would
Killer
pass through them,
time.
but they would score like 5 goals.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you telling me I have a better defense? Fine, you can score 2 goals and we'll score 5, and then
It's a good thing you've said that. Do you know the last time you guys scored 4 goals?
It doesn't matter. We are back in the goals now. We are back in the
we
goals.
scored 4 goals just the other day.
Mnadhani nyinyi pekee ndio mnaweza funga mingi?
Ten Hag wasn't even the manager of Man United.
Mnadhani nyinyi mnaweza
By
funga
then,
mingi?
we've scored 4 goals
Wait.
in just the first half. Weekend
The last time we scored 4.
Wasn't it just the
See,
other
we
day?
scored 5 against Leicester.
Yeah.
5-2.
Yeah.
And then we doubled down and beat them 3 again.
Yeah, ni sawa.
And then we scored 4 against Everton.
Ni sawa. Hii ni ya juzi, but I'm saying before hii for me ni ya juzi.
Sasa Venant.
Ilikuwa kitambo
Kwani
sana.
are you a United fan?
I don't think
Yeah.
ilikuwa kitambo sana then again also. I don't think it's as far back as you're thinking. I think you need to
Because Ten Hag just didn't do it in the Premier League.
Yes.
But in the cup games, he used to score a
Yeah.
lot.
We are talking about the Premier League.
Yeah.
That's one. And then 2, even when it comes to attacking, we score more goals than you guys. In different teams, both home and away. And we've shown that consistently. You guys are just discovering this right now.
Yes.
And no way you guys... who in United is better than any player in Arsenal?
Hey,
Who?
I
Okay.
will start listing.
Can we start?
I will start listing.
Let's start from the goal.
Raya.
Onana is better than Raya right now, currently.
Physically or what?
No, currently. Onana is better than Raya.
See, you're the stats guy. Look at the stats.
Look at the stats.
No, look at them.
Tutoe you.
Next.
Tuendele. Mazraoui.
Mazraoui is
Talk.
better than him.
Talk.
Mazraoui is better than Timber.
Sai, talk. Can your wingbacks play the number 10 role? Hey, talk.
Timber already has a goal. What has Mazraoui done?
Oh my God.
Mazraoui can even count the games he's played.
All of them,
All
and he
of
has
them, yeah.
assists in them.
In all of them.
Yeah.
You guys are just laying it for
No, oh my God.
Wakanda and Messi. Yeah.
Who? Diallo. Just one game.
Wakanda and Messi.
One game.
Wakanda and Messi.
One game.
Unajua
It's not one game.
Diallo akikuja Arsenal, Bukayo Saka eats bench.
You know, this is the thing he's forgetting, eh? Every game Ahmad has played, he's produced either an assist or a goal.
Yeah. Ten
Every
used to
game
kill
that he
talent.
started.
Eh.
Every game.
And that has resulted in more wins or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have been eating draws Europa time and again.
We are unbeaten in Europe, just like Liverpool. Talk now.
You can't relate to that.
But that's in Europa. It's not Champions League.
Nyi mko na hiyo Europa.
Let's just move on.
You still haven't answered my question.
Yeah.
Why ask?
How do you guys plan to stop us? Because credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
Saka, fair. I'll always hate on the kid because he plays for Arsenal, but he's lethal. He's lethal when it matters. He turns up for the club. Same case to Odegaard. The system is Odegaard. If Odegaard is out, you go back to your dark arts. And then a big shout to your set piece
Coach.
taking capabilities. Because right now, you guys, corners are like penalties. Shida tu ni mfunze Gabriel kucelebrate. Hiyo yake ina aura.
No, that's he's new.
No, it's retarded.
Hiyo ni yake.
It's retarded,
He's
bro.
new.
No, it's retarded. Aende Gyökeres amfunze vitu.
No. But you guys are getting him.
But you see, me, I've given you Saka, Odegaard, and maybe a corner scored by Gabriel.
So 3-2 to Arsenal.
No. Saka will assist the corner. Odegaard will just try and pass, but Ugarte will clobber
Ugarte
him.
will do
And at
the
the end of the day, we'll give you 3-1.
No way will
Oh my
Arsenal
God.
lose
From
at
where?
Emirates.
How do you plan to stop
Manchester
her?
United?
You are in phase 5, we are in phase 0.000. Hata
Exactly.
hatujagonga hiyo one kwanza.
Exactly.
Eh.
You
So how
guys
do you plan to stop
are yet to experience your first loss so that you know how to bounce from an L. Sawa.
But we are allergic to that.
Let's just move on. Because I'm with two stubborn Man United fans.
Sasa,
You know, the problem is not two stubborn Man United fans. The problem is you haven't defended your team.
bas.
You haven't
Tell
given
us
us
how
a
you plan to
reason
stop
for
us.
us to be like, by the way, hapa Venant amesema
Better
kitu that makes
player.
sense.
Better players. How about that?
But you said better players, and I already
Okay.
gave you just your goalkeeper.
Also, Man City has better players than Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Defeat. Man
3-0.
City has better players than Feyenoord. Draw. So better players how?
In terms of play.
In terms
our
of
style
Instagram
play.
following.
No, it's not something Instagram following.
Saka
Our
ataleta
style
hiyo
of
sauce
play.
yake.
We have a better style of play. Sawa.
Or they have hotter players than us, maybe.
We have a better style of play.
Come on, man.
Sawa.
They have Calafiori with the jawline.
We have a better style of play. Sawa. We have a manager who's relentless. We have a better form right now in the Premier League. Sawa. We have more points than you guys. We've conceded less than you guys. We've scored more than you guys. We're on top of the... Bro,
Hizi zote
we're
hakuna
tuko
venye
better in
hakuna venye
every
zina
way
stop,
than you
yeah.
guys.
Hakuna venye
You
zina-
know,
only thing that
everything he said still hasn't convinced you.
Yeah. Hadi me, I'm not...
And you're gonna-
Literally, anyone who's watching the show as it airs, are you even convinced Arsenal will win? Leo tunaweza wapiga. God damn it.
We shall see.
Mnataka Rashford afanye hivi grau yenu
Aye.
in your house.
When was the last time
Venant
you
tunaweza
even
No,
did
no,
mtu akuje
yeah,
kwa
funny.
nyumba. You let someone come into your house and steal your meal.
No way you guys are beating Arsenal at Emirates.
Where
You guys
Rashford
haven't
with a new
done
girlfriend
that.
bounce. That's a very dangerous Rashford.
Sawa,
Those
basi.
girlfriends are toxic.
Anyway, later on,
You know it
we shall
ends.
see how the result will unfold later
Okay.
on. And also, in the weekend, there is that big game. Spurs, of course, taking on Chelsea. Hizi London derbies, nakwanga boring siku hizi. They're not as exciting as they always are. But at the end of the day, I think my 2 cents on these, Spurs stealing from the rich, giving to the poor. I think they get the 3 points against Chelsea, and then they probably lose their next game.
If Chelsea draw this game, I think it's about time we start saying that Chelsea is overrated. Because
Do
that
you not feel
means-
like they're still under the radar?
Because that means they can't beat any big team, regardless of that big team's form.
That's true. Because
even against
they lose
us,
to City.
yeah,
They
they
lose
drew
to
against-
Liverpool. They draw against us. They
Yeah.
draw against Arsenal.
Yeah.
This is another big game
Yeah.
for them.
I think we need to start being honest with Chelsea.
About Maresca.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Chelsea, on the other hand, have one of the best away forms in the league.
But you see,
And it's one of those things that has helped them become where they are in the league. Remember?
Right now they are second, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
with Brighton breathing down their neck.
Yes.
So, and also, to actually win things, you also have to win your home games.
Yes. But in this scenario, Chelsea are
Are
away.
away. Yes.
The only thing that I can point out here is with Spurs. Spurs are unpredictable.
Yeah.
Of course.
They beat City 4-0. and then draw with Fulham 1-1.
Beat Villa 4, draw with Roma.
Yes.
Lose to Ipswich.
Even how they lost, to me, that's a loss to Roma because that was a sure win, you know. So it's a bit unpredictable. We have Brennan Johnson who's talking about some of the teammates fueled by confidence after that City win.
Yeah.
You cannot say that in game week 12, 13. You guys should be spot on right now. Liverpool, Gomez can come in and it will still feel like nothing was changed, you know. So Spurs need to be spot on. They've invested a lot, actually, if you look at it from even last season till now, getting Solanke is a proper number 9.
Debatable.
I feel like I shared a bet on Fanzone and I told those guys if Solanke gets 25 goals in all competitions, now pair what to Thao.
Okay.
Yeah.
Na economy. So he's very confident about that.
Listen, man, there's a reason why last season, you remember last season we were talking about how Arsenal need a 9. And I kept on saying, if Solanke gets that Arsenal shirt, it's too heavy for him. There's a reason why Klopp didn't consider him good enough to be Firmino's number 2. There's a reason why Batshuayi was a good number 2 for Diego Costa instead of Solanke. So I still don't think he can cut it. I still don't think he's there.
It's debatable, and I think that is what's actually hurting Spurs if you think about it. Because they do create the chances, but they don't have the finishing power for these chances created. If you actually look at Spurs properly. But they're very good moving forward, but there's no one to actually...
So none of the Solanke goals account for his starting?
Most of them are just tap-ins because defenders are probably lazing around.
No, it could be good supply from the Suns.
Nah, I'm still not convinced about Solanke. Still not convinced. Because if he was truly a bad man, you know, proper centre forward, that form that he had at Bournemouth, I'm not seeing it this season.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it at all. I'm not seeing it.
What if they switch to Heung-min Son as the false 9?
Nada. So that means Solanke hits bench.
See, they can afford to do that first and foremost.
That means he's not good enough.
That means
no, I'm asking, no. I'm asking based on your conversation now. What if now they start with Solanke? By the way, Solanke has started from the bench a couple of times this season.
And credit to Kulusevski for also being able to play in midfield. But for me, I still think he should be their right winger.
Okay.
Son as the 9, and then Brennan Johnson can go to the left wing.
Yeah.
That would work for them.
Madison
sindo CAM up because kuna Pape sana Bissouma. Yeah.
So in this fixture, who do you think is a better team?
I still think the team with the better defense, on paper, the team with the better defense is Spurs. But eye test, Spurs look like they will always concede goals game in, game out. But I still think Spurs have more lethal attackers than Chelsea. Because Chelsea, you expect Nicholas Jackson and Cole Palmer to be in the goals. But Madueke, ever since the hat-trick against Wolves, nothing. Pedro Neto chose to score against Arsenal but hasn't done anything in any other game.
And Cole Palmer is fizzling out a bit. He's been struggling of late.
True, he's been struggling of late. But this is why you guys need Spurs to win.
Why?
Okay, as an Arsenal fan with the same level of, with the same points with Chelsea.
Yes.
So anything that will slow down Chelsea, I'm up for it.
Yeah.
Our fixtures are easy between now and January. So anything that will stop our
Chelsea.
opponents, we are good. 3, you guys need to be in the top 4 conversation as soon as possible, considering your new manager. Actually, as a fan, I have faith in him and even how he talks. I believe he'll lead you guys to the right place.
Yes.
So Chelsea has to go down, even from a United's perspective.
Yeah. For us to have a chance in the top 4.
Yes. Because Chelsea wako hapo. They're already in the top. Technically, they're already in the top 4. Aston Villa right now, they are slipping
Winless
up.
in 8. So
They're slipping up. But once Unai starts doing his thing,
yeah.
going up right there, see Kazi
itakuwa kazi ngumu. Okay, sawa basi. As we continue, before we just get to the FPL section of the show, a big shout out going out to the Kenya Sevens, man. Ukiangalia shati zao, of course, their front shirt sponsor, main sponsor is SportPesa. Big shout out to them as well. The Kenya Sevens, of course, finished 10th in the first round of the 24-25 World Rugby 7 Series in Dubai. We did lose 15-7 against Uruguay, but a big shout to us because we also beat our rivals, South Africa.
Yes.
So now there's nothing to fear when we go to the Cape Town Sevens because we've been drawn in Pool B. We'll be playing against Australia and Nicolette's crashes from Spain. So I do hope we perform.
Just in case ladies want to know who he is, he's called Manu Moreno.
Oh my God.
He plays for the Spanish Sevens team.
Oh my God.
And he has thighs for days.
Hey, thighs.
I thought
Kenny, Stevie, unaambiwa sijui you're not tall.
No, he's tall.
Dark. Hey, imagine
tall.
your beard is not connecting. Sasa
He's
thighs
tall.
tena.
Akona thighs. He trains legs. That's very important.
Kwani ni Elizabeth?
Ningesema why, lakini there are children watching.
you said it's called who?
Manu Moreno.
You know who else works legs? Emmanuel Otieno. Here in our gym hapa. Plays for rugby vizuri. FPL. Plays for rugby vizuri. Hao ndo kienyeji strong hao. Tena na South Africa man.
Gidheria ina supu, hiyo ndio wanapenda.
Mwenye jua ikitokea kwa Windows.
Hata mimi ni kwa hivyo sasa. Tunakaa indoors pamoja.
Speaking of which.
FPL.
Yes.
Now, this week, I even texted our graphics guy. Nikamwambia, since Venant is the best FPL manager, nilitaka ile graphic yekwe pale. Because this so-called best FPL manager tells people to buy Mateus Cunha, and then we go and buy him, and then that happens. 1 million people bought him in FPL. Do something. He did nothing. He did nothing against Bournemouth. So you told us to buy him. You.
I personally did.
Yes.
Oh, God.
I personally did.
So you want us to sync with you?
But no. First and foremost, you cannot cancel a player based on one fixture. And then number two,
You can for the FPL, it costs.
and then number two, you bought him based on the run or the upcoming fixtures. You remember I talked about owning such a player because right now there are certain teams when you include Champions League,
Yes,
FA
the rotation of
Carabao,
teams could
they'll
take
be
place.
heavily rotated. So with a player like Cunha, you're guaranteed that answer. Either him or Strand Larsen. But moving on to game week 15, must-haves, like I talked about Saka, but also want us to add Palm over there because Chelsea right now...
Back in the goals against Villa as well.
Yes. And Everton are hosting Liverpool, who have the best defense right now.
Yes.
And a cheap way to get into Liverpool's system is through Gomez.
Really, Gomez?
Yes. Because Konate is injured.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But there's something I wanted to... I think, for me, Liverpool, there's something I noticed in terms of the FPL perspective in the City game. Van Dijk could have had a hat-trick of headers.
Yes.
Why not get Van Dijk? Clean sheet and possibly headers.
Yes, if you can afford him, because he's
6.4.
Yeah, but for those people who cannot, you can go with...
Yani uko
Gomez.
broke real life na broke FPL. God damn.
No, the people who the situations are different. They can't afford everybody. Number two, Aston Villa versus Southampton.
Yeah.
Southampton right now have the worst away form in FPL. Actually, in just Premier
Yeah,
League.
generally.
Yeah. So we look at the likes of Watkins to bounce back because Watkins did had chances versus Chelsea.
Yeah.
Man United. Man United versus Nottingham Forest.
Team kubwa.
Yes. Who do you think? Because it looks like guys need to double up on Man United.
As of right now, trust you me, niliona FPL ya Nicolette and she was way ahead of us in time, bana. Buddha, she already had Ahmad. Na haja change FPL yake for a number of weeks. So hapo, tick kabisa. Ahmad is a must-have. Bruno as well. Rashford, I think you can gamble on still. And I think if you have Garnacho, sell him. Because Pia Amorim ameona huyo boy ni super sub. That boy cannot start.
Okay.
He's clearly a super sub.
Okay. Two more teams. West Ham versus Wolves. I've talked about Wolves for some time, but I want us to focus on West Ham because we have Fabianski, who's 4 million. For those FPL managers who are looking for cheap goalkeepers, Fabianski for me is that guy who will get you saves. And versus Wolves, maybe they might keep a clean sheet. I'm not sure, but Fabianski for sure is guaranteed to start. Lastly, Ipswich versus Bournemouth. And I want us to talk about Bournemouth. Semenyo was missed this other game because of the yellow cards. But Kluivert,
Yes.
Justin Kluivert is the one who I want to guys talk about.
Hat-trick of penalties.
Yes, he's cheap. And also he's been getting points, not just this game, but when you look at the last 3 games,
Yeah.
he's only blanked once.
So there's an Indian somewhere who triple captained him. So unajua hizi FPL yenu hii game mnachezanga.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for game week 15.
Yes.
Na FPL.
Okay, fair enough. Mnipe baza yangu, I'm ready to shine. So unajua Nyash asipokuwa Nyash siku hizi akivanga all black, there's something that goes on in this studio.
Nobody is wearing black today.
Bas.
Yeah.
Leo niko on. Let's go, man. Man like Otis. Yeah.
I'm usually so slow on this thing.
Yeke hapo. Ameweka kwa thighs za huyo mse umesema. Let's go.
Okay. Question 1. In 2001, United won 6-1 against Arsenal. Which United player scored a hat-trick that day?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Should I pass?
Mi lazima nijaribu. It's my team. Must have been Dwight York.
Correct.
Yeah.
I don't say call.
Must have been Dwight York. Yeah.
Question 2. In 2018, United swapped Enrique Mkhitaryan for which Arsenal player?
Alexis Sanchez, piano player.
Who did absolutely nothing.
Which player holds the record for most Champions League winners' medals?
Winners' medals. Modric.
Nope.
Wow.
Dani Alves.
Nope.
Pass.
Hey, Dani Alves.
Alves. Aje Alves. I think Modric.
Nope.
Wow.
Hint, he's a Real Madrid player.
Right now. Currently.
No.
Pass.
Cruz.
Francisco Gento.
Hey.
Sasa ningejua.
Hey. Yo.
Question 4.
Yes.
This is a true or false question, yeah? David Beckham took ballet lessons during his time at Manchester United in order to improve his agility.
True.
False.
Really?
5th one.
Yes.
Another one. It took Cristiano Ronaldo 27 games to score his first Champions League goal. True or false?
False.
True.
Yes, so I've won. I've won. Leaderboard. That's time kuweka leaderboard. Nicolette, the buzzer works. So. Oh my God, the buzzer works. Anyway, a big shout out, of course, to the trivia section. Wow. Nyash, you are needed. I need some competition back here.
Ballon d'Or lessons. Yeah, that's funny.
Anyway, so last week's question of the week
But the fact that he believed that it was true is wild.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
But he looks like the guy is married to Victoria, so, and then I watched the documentary. And akatumse wa class.
Even his daughter doesn't do ballet. The wife does ballet.
Anakatumse wa class. Anyway, last week's question of the week was, of course, what was the scoreline when Man City last beat Liverpool in the Premier League? And of course, the answer was 4-1. I remember Gundogan got a brace in that game. And a big shout out to, of course, Hilary Konzolo and Asema City won 4-1. A big shout out also going to Ruben Kipkemboi, City won 4-1. And finally, Collins Musheru also says Man City won 4-1. A reminder that this week's question of the week is, which player danced at the Emirates when United last beat Arsenal at that fake carpet of theirs? Up until then, I've been Brian Waudo.
Venant, the best FPL manager in town.
And Nicolette, Chule de Manchester.
Wamathais.
Wamathais.
Till next time.